Hi, everyone. My name is Laurie Itkin. I'm a certified divorce financial analyst, and I'm here with Scott Levin, who is a mediator, an attorney mediator in San Diego. And we've done a work together. We refer clients to each other. We like to collaborate on cases. And Scott, you just trademarked your moniker, Chief PeaceKeeper. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Laurie. I really appreciate it. So I've been going by the name Chief PeaceKeeper for a long time, and I just decided that I'd like to own the rights to that moniker, and designate myself as the Chief PeaceKeeper. So I filled out the trademark forms all by my lonesome, and it was approved. So I think it's really it feels good to be branded as something that I can really stand behind, and that my kids and family can be proud of, that when I'm long gone, that I stood for something more than just bringing in dollars and making sure we have a roof over our heads.
Yeah. Well, when you talk about being the Chief PeaceKeeper, why don't you spend a minute or two telling folks who are considering mediation, because there's a whole variety of mediators. There's attorney mediators, non-attorney mediators, mediators with different styles. What is the Chief PeaceKeeper? What is that bringing to folks when they're deciding upon a mediator?
Yeah, so I am a family law attorney, been one since 2004. Based in San Diego, but since 2015, I've been doing virtual mediations all over California. So I've been doing Zoom and other mediations, way before the pandemic. And really what I think people should be looking for, in my opinion, in a divorce scenario, is someone that has a legal background, preferably, in my opinion, that did litigate for at least a few years, but at the present is solely and exclusively staying in the lane of mediation. I believe that people should stay in their lane, gain expertise and experience and understanding in a specific field. So litigators that also mediate, I think that there's so many good full-time peacekeepers and mediators that to choose from that are also attorneys, that you have a really good base, and I would stick with one of them. And I also think that being a certified divorce financial analyst, and at least having taken those tests to prove that you know all about the finances of divorce, is also a qualification I would be looking for. But what makes me a bit different, I think, than my peers, and there's so many good experienced mediators throughout California that specialize in family law. So there's a good group of us out there. I'm really family first. So I have 3 boys. I believe in family. I believe that people can create new families, new versions of their families without destroying them. And having someone that is raising kids, I have that range the gamut. I'm going to have an understanding of where you're coming from and how your kids might be looking at the situation. And my goal is to represent, in a way, both parties' futures, but also to consider the futures and the impact of this on their children. So I am really family first, kids first. I think it's just a really important transition period for them, and we have to consider that. So I definitely understand the family dynamics, and you're going to be, if you come to me, you're going to be with someone that puts a lot of emphasis on that. And also, I guess Chief PeaceKeeper is just came from my personality as when you hire me, you get me. So I am somewhat laid back. I am jovial. You're going to get a big smile from me when you see me, whether you want to smile back or not. And I'm someone that it's not a joking situation, but when you hire me, I don't turn into somebody else all of a sudden. That's how I try to explain it to people. So you just have to feel comfortable with the person. Once they have those baseline qualifications that I think you should be looking for, then it's just about fit. Like, do you male, female, does that matter to you? Experience, does, number of years, does having a litigation background, and knowing that I've been there and understand what the other side looks like, does that help your situation? Could that possibly help resolve an issue during the mediations by saying something with that experience that might turn around a situation that's going the wrong direction? So but again, it's just fit, and there are a lot of good options out there. So, and unfortunately, we're all pretty busy. So, you have some good people to choose from.
Oh yeah, it's terrific. But I like, you're right, people have many mediators to choose from, but just, I think, emphasizing what you bring to the table, the fact that you are an attorney by training, that you do have litigation experience, because when people are mediating, they sort of need to know what would happen. They don't like the deal, they're negotiating right now. Well, what could possibly happen, better or worse, in a litigated setting in court with a judge? And you can bring that perspective. You're also, what I am, a certified divorce financial analyst. I do it all the time. You've taken the training, but it's very important that you have you have a very good financial sense, because divorce is numbers, divorce is finances. But again, being the father of 3 young boys and being and married, and it's so important that you're going to bring that perspective to parents who are wondering how they are going to share custody, how they are going to negotiate a parenting plan, how they're going to discuss in the future saving for college for these kids. So you really bring it all, Mr. Chief Peacekeeper.
Yeah,
you have it all.
And I've also run a few businesses over the years, so I'm not unfamiliar with P&Ls and tax returns, and reviewing the details of or understanding S corps and C corps and different implications, and being able to explain that to maybe the non owning spouse who oftentimes just has a level of question marks about whatever the other side says. So being able to take that information and explain it back to that person in a way that lets them understand has been really helpful at times as well. And yeah, I mean, it's just good to be here with you, Laurie, and I appreciate you taking this time with me.
No, you're very welcome. All right. Thank you, Scott.